Spike. Okay. Welcome into our next leg in the race around the world here at the Pit Stop Pals, part of the Reality Realm Network. My name is Kevin Oliver.
I'm Bruce Heller.
A new place for the question mark.
I'm running out of places to put it. I think I've just about put it everywhere I can now.
You're getting close.
That was the
Maybe next
last
time,
frontier.
maybe next time you should try the question mark before you speak.
Maybe I should just say my name normally like you do and not be a doofus about it.
You know, if you do that, you'll just be a doofus about something else. So.
Fair, fair enough. Yeah,
Okay.
that didn't work.
No, it didn't. All right, we are here to recap our rewatch of season 16, episode number 8 of The Amazing Race, entitled You're Like Jason Bourne, right? Who said that, Bruce?
Oh, I don't remember.
It
Let's
was
go
Michael.
with Boy Jordan.
It was Michael.
Well, I was not close.
No, he said it to the taxi driver. By the way, you don't have to specify boy versus girl Jordan when there's only one Jordan in the race now.
Well, I might keep doing it anyway.
Oh, yeah. You got any quotes for me, Bruce?
Yeah, not as many as the last couple weeks, but more than like my average. I have one,
Can it
four.
really be your average anymore when you keep having more than it?
Yeah, but I had like eight last week and I have four this week. So
I
it
feel like that is your average, four.
there was a few weeks during our last rewatch where I had like one or two, I feel like. I was
But then you
really
have a
bad
week
about
of six or eight, and that offsets it.
there was a stretch where I was really bad and lazy about quotes. So
Yeah.
but yes, I have four. I have how do you say fast in Malaysian? And the answer was fast.
Yep. I had that.
Um, we should play poker when this is done. Come on,
Both those
Katie.
were Jet and Cord.
Yeah. Come on, Katie, you coconut smashing fool, which was
From
either
Michael.
Michael or Louis.
It was Michael.
And that's what I'm talking about. Rock and roll, which was also Michael or Louis. Right after the other quote, I think. So,
Hmm.
yeah,
All right.
that's what I've got.
I've got. We've trained our wolf cubs. What are you gonna do if you get to a U-turn? You turn the bleep out of them. That was Michael asking that to Katie, and then her reply. I also got hard man to fill his pants, but I'll do the best I can. That was after Michael gave Steve a pair of underwear.
Oh my gosh. That's
Um,
fantastic.
yes. I got how do you say fast in Malaysia? Fast from Jet and Cord, like you had. Um, I wish God would turn on the air conditioning from Brent.
Yeah, it's hot in Asia.
I got
Malaysia's in Asia, right? I mean, it's literally in the name.
I,
Malaysia.
I think so.
Okay.
Come on, you coconut smashing fool. And it wasn't the same instance that you quoted because he said it twice in a row. First, he was yelling that at Louis, then he yelled it at Katie.
I love the supportiveness of him yelling it to Katie, though. Like, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Well, they're like besties.
Yeah, and they want to get the lesbians out together,
Yes.
which is still a central storyline, even though the lesbians are finishing ahead of both of them now.
Yes. Waiting for the eyebrow to go up was a quote from Carol about Mr. Phil. We have Steve saying, I don't want the tortoise. I need a rabbit. Can you be a rabbit? To the taxi driver.
Fantastic.
And that was all I had.
Nice.
It's time to get into our recap.
And I'll add another quote from watching the episode, quoting Bruce. He said, Malaysia is in Asia, right? It literally has Asia in the name, and that made Kevin smile. So that seems worth quoting because Kevin doesn't appreciate my humor very often.
Amen.
It does literally have Asia in the name. I feel like it shouldn't be allowed to be on another continent.
I hope it is just for the sake of, but I'm pretty sure it is in Asia.
If it's
Let me
in
see what
Europe, we have to change their name to Mayura.
is Malaysia in Asia?
The answer I found is Asia.
Yep.
I'm so smart.
I mean,
I need a gold star sticker for that.
no, you don't. Anyway, we are flying more than 5,700 miles to the island city of Penang, Malaysia, where you need to make your way to the Snake Temple to find your next clue. But first, before any of that, we must board the 2 a.m. ocean charger to the Seychelles airport. Seychelles, because that's how Michael said it, and most of the other people, but it's actually the Seychelles airport.
Seychelles like seashells.
Yeah,
Put that on a t-shirt. Nobody would buy that.
nobody would buy it. You might buy it.
No, I have other t-shirts I want to buy first. But I've
That's
got
fair.
tabs open on Safari right now.
Yeah,
There's a couple like Team USA gold shirts that I want that I'm waiting till the next time I get paid.
I just ordered a shirt for my BWP party in a couple weeks, so
Nice.
hopefully it gets here in time.
I did that like a month or two ago.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get two shirts for two parties.
Fair enough. I also like when I order from Redbubble, I never know how long they're gonna take.
I
So
also didn't order from Redbubble, so
yeah, but that's why I ordered so far ahead with mine because mine was, and sometimes they're quick, sometimes they take forever.
that's fair.
My
I
new phone
also,
case got delivered this morning though. I have an email from them that says your thing has arrived.
what'd you get?
I got a Blues phone case when I got my new phone,
Mm,
and I ordered it like the next day, and it must have arrived this morning. I have an email. It says your thing has arrived.
nice.
So
I don't think I'm gonna get a buff in time for Nashville, but hopefully I can get one in time for
I ordered the
St.
pink
Louis.
one this morning. I'll pre-order the pink one at some point.
Yeah,
Since they already sold out and are on pre-order again, I don't feel a rush to do that. So,
watch them sell out again before you get it ordered.
fair enough. At that point, it's just not meant to be.
Fair.
And I ordered that Survivor China one a while ago. Whenever they send that, I pre-ordered that. So, excited for that to come.
Yeah. Um, Steve and Allie, they remind us that they don't have anything except what's on their backs because they left their bags. We find out that Katie calls Michael and Louie the daddies.
Yeah.
Which makes me think of Daddy Cop.
Nice.
Is that a baton in your pocket? Or are
No,
you just
just
happy to
excited
see
to
me?
see you. Hey yo.
Okay, so everyone gets on the same charter to the airport and everybody's on the same flight. And so we get to Malaysia and we all get in different taxis, and Dan and Jordan's taxi driver is like flying by everybody. And they get to the Snake Temple, and it is detour time, where you have to choose between Buddhist tradition or Chinese custom. Bruce, do you want to explain those?
Yes. So in let me find it. In Buddhist tradition, you are traveling to the Tian. Kong Fan Temple, and you carry 12 large joss sticks to the top of the temple.
What sticks?
Joss sticks. Joss.
Huh.
I think that's what I heard.
I don't know. I just know that they're incense.
Oh. Well, you carry these large things to the top of the temple, and you arrange them in this fancy order, and then they give you a clue.
You have to light them as well.
Ooh, that's fun. I like fire.
Yeah, but we don't like you to have fire. You also had to carry them up 150 steps.
I will say, speaking of me with fire, because I was texting with you about the flamethrower drone I discovered
Yeah.
when I visited our mutual former college. I told one of one of my closest friends, Park. I'm like, "Hey, I discovered flamethrower drones are a thing," and was immediately met with no. And I tried to argue and was immediately met with another firm no. So
Man, it's almost like somebody else told you that many months ago.
it was not many months. It was like 2 weeks.
No. You brought up flamethrower drones like way more than 2 weeks ago.
Let me find where it is in my camera roll because I still have the picture.
It was more than 2 weeks.
It wasn't many months either, though.
I feel like it was, I feel like it easily could have been before Christmas.
Oh, definitely not. It was in February.
What?
Now I can't find the picture.
Yeah, because you're looking in the wrong spot.
Okay, we'll revisit this when I find it.
Okay.
But
Um,
for the other one, you
Chinese custom, yeah.
you travel to Esplanade where you participate in a Chinese New Year tradition of balancing these flags on your head and you run across the Esplanade.
120 feet across specifically. These are giant flagpoles, by the way.
Yes.
And how it split up was Jet and Cord were the only people who successfully did the Chinese custom.
February
Um,
10th is where this is in my camera roll.
but I think you brought it up to me way before you sent a picture.
No, because I was literally just looking at flamethrowers online that night and you asked what I was doing. That's the only time I discovered it the night I told you about it.
Yeah, you told me about it, but you didn't send me a picture the day you told me about it.
I screenshotted it because I said you said what are you doing and I said looking at flamethrower drones and you said what and I sent you a pic screenshot.
Okay. Well, I really thought it
It was
played out
more than
differently,
two
but
weeks, but it was also not many months, so we were both wrong.
fair enough.
But I want one. So audience, if you want to give me $1,600 for a new toy that I want, I'll be sure to make up for that debt with good content.
No, he's gonna like burn down America. Just don't even try it, please. Anyway, back on topic. Dan and Jordan, Carol and Brandy, Michael and Louie, Brent and Katie, and Steve and Allie all go to the Buddhist thing, or at least try to. Steve and Allie never actually made it to the Buddhist thing at first. They went to the wrong spot. Their taxi driver then says, "Sorry, I don't know where I'm going." And they were like, "Do you know where this other thing is?" And he said, "Yeah." And so they went to the Chinese custom challenge. And then they Allie said realized she couldn't do it. And so then they had to go find the temple after all and do the Buddhist thing. They were so far behind it wasn't even uh, close after that.
Which one are we doing? And why is it the one that doesn't involve me having to balance something on my head?
Oh, well, I think that we probably should do the Buddhist one, but after watching Jet and Cord do it, I kind of really think that we could do the Chinese one.
Maybe. I don't trust my clumsiness with balancing something on my head, though.
Yeah, but
They both look fun.
no, they don't.
Eh.
The Buddhist one does not look fun at all.
I get to light something on fire at the end.
But it's not like it does a big thing. It's not like I'm lighting a firework on fire and then I get to watch it explode in the air.
Fair enough. Okay, again, I've said this before. I sound like a pyromaniac. fire is cool to watch. Just watching a flame is kind of mesmerizing.
Like lighting a candle and watching a flame, that's not
Well,
fun.
okay, a candle's kind of small, but like,
But I don't think this is anything huge. This is like a candle that's maybe just a little bit longer of a wick. So like instead
okay,
of a wick that's this big,
yeah,
it's a wick that's this big.
fair enough.
I
I heard fire and got excited.
Yeah, that's because you're a pyromaniac.
Only a little bit.
Um, I just I don't think it sounds like a good time. Nothing about it interests me. But I do want to watch you try to balance a big flagpole on your forehead. That sounds like fun.
Well, that one, well. Balancing my phone on my head was a fail.
Yeah. Jet and Cord made light work of this though, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dan and Jordan, uh, they let their taxi driver go, which was stupid because he was a really good taxi driver. Jet and Cord asked theirs to stay, but he didn't. Um, and lots of taxi stuff. Like Michael and Louie, Dan and Jordan and Stephen Alley were stuck in traffic, and so both Dan and Jordan and Stephen Alley got out and tried to start running to the temple. And then they realized it was really far, and then they were stuck without anything. Stephen Alley eventually found their taxi driver, caught up to them again, and they were able to get back in their taxi. But
Yeah.
uh, that was maybe it was not for the best. I don't know.
Hmm.
Um, Cord was really good at the Chinese custom though,
Yeah.
and then Jet got it, and they went from last to first, where they find out they need to proceed to the village of Toluque Bahong for your next clue. Toluque Bahong for your next clue. And this is where we find Jet and Cord's speed bump. Do you want to explain the speed bump?
Yes, I do. So they travel to this tropical island. It's a spice garden specifically.
Yeah.
There's this magic lady that's crushing tea, and they have to smell a bunch of teas and find out which one was made from the spice that she was crushing.
And then they have to serve it to the guru swinging in the middle of the forest.
Yes, it's kind of a fever dream of a speed bump, honestly.
Yes, but they got the first T wrong, so they had to go back and do it again.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
Carol and Brandy are also struggling with the incense sticks at this point,
yeah,
really bad. Um, while both Brent and Katie and Michael and Louie are just kind of actually Louie kind of sounds like you just did and when you coughed right there.
yeah.
Louis was struggling cough. He sounded like he was gonna hack up a lung, but he kept going. But Jet and Cord they got done with their speed bump and they got to start their roadblock, which was smash coconuts. Do you want to explain the roadblock?
Yes, you smash coconuts.
And
I
then
haven't done that to you for a while. The way it works is you break open a bunch of coconuts until you find one with a colored inside. And then you build this traditional Hindu offering and you give it to someone in the water for the next clue.
it's another guru.
Oh, there's a lot of those.
Yeah, we're in Malaysia. What do you expect?
I know nothing about Malaysia. Is that like the guru capital of the world or something?
I don't know. Hey Siri, what's the guru capital of the world?
Okay, I found this on the web for what's the guru capital of the world. Check it out.
Huh. It's I don't I'm about to find out. Oh no. Um so actually Nankana Sahib is a city in the central part of Punjab, Pakistan, and it was named after Guru Nanak, the founder of Sikhism. And it's telling me that that is uh, the guru capital of the world. But maybe it just said that because it was a capital that was named after a guru.
Makes sense. Look at us
It,
getting all educational.
and look at us.
This is an educational show.
I mean, it really is.
Yeah. When we're
I
not
mean,
rambling and I'm not scrolling through my camera roll, it is.
fair enough. I just mean like Amazing Race, not necessarily the Pit Stop House.
Oh, I meant Pit Stop Pals as an educational show. Like they could play this in elementary school classrooms for lessons.
You know, most of the time they could. I definitely feel like there's some times where they should not.
Yeah, that's this episode's fine so far though.
So far. Um, anyway, the people who did the roadblock were Jet, Carol, Louie, Katie, Jordan, and Allie. Louis sounded like he was gonna puke. I already spoke to that. Um, Jet and Cord made light work of this as well. And they find out that they need to go to the pit stop, which is at Penang Peranakan Mansion. And they had to leave their shoes in the phone booth.
Yeah.
And Jet and Cord finishes team number one, winning a trip for two to Maui.
I knew they wouldn't stay last. I did not see this coming at all. Like
Them finishing
winning
in
the
first.
leg after finishing last on the NEL is insane.
Yeah, they're the first team to ever go from last, complete a speed bump, and then finish in first place.
That's just insane.
And then we have Carol and Brandy come in as team number two. And then we have Dan and Jordan having to stop for gas. Um, and then we have Jordan who didn't do the roadblock correctly. And it makes it look like Steve and Allie are going to get a chance here. Until then, we see Dan and Jordan finish the roadblock before Steve and Allie even show up. So there was not a whole lot of suspense there. As Brent and Katie come in as team number four, Dan and Jordan show up as team number five. Even after the editors tried to make it look close, it never really was because Steve and Allie finished sixth and are eliminated here. And I'm sad because outside of Jet and Cord, my favorite team of all time, Steve and Allie were probably my second favorite team on this season.
They were so much fun. I'm sure the people that provide cars for the races might be a little relieved that they're gone, but
And
CBS's auto department is, oh, good. We don't have to worry about that happening again.
you know, out of our rewatches, we have seen some interesting car things. I recall back in season seven, your faves, I can't even remember their names now.
My
The
favorites were Rob and Amber on that season.
No, that's not who I'm talking about. You might say your faves were Rob and Amber, but they weren't. You talked so much more about you had these man crushes on the stunt doubles.
Oh, the one where one of them was on Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
They were fun.
You talked about them way more than you talked about Rob and Amber.
Because I was I was trying to not be survivor biased and only talk about Rob and Amber, and I went too far the other way, where I didn't talk about them very much.
That's fair. I think that those guys were your favorites. I'm calling them your favorites. You
They
don't
were
have to
fun
believe
for
me.
sure.
But they literally turned over the Jeep.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and then we had Steve do his thing here. I think it was really cool. Steve basically told us, "I've literally won a World Series, and this was a better experience."
That's crazy, but also really cool.
Yeah, And next time on, Dan and Jordan have to face their fear of heights. Bruce, you got to face your fear of heights, man.
Okay.
And Brent and Katie versus Carol and Brandy. It looks like Carol and Brandy are going to be really pissed off at Brent and Katie for some reason here, and I'm very excited to see why.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Do you have any more thoughts before power ranking?
Not really. This was a fun episode.
Yeah. I will say that both of us have chosen our predicted final three. Yours was Michael and Louie, Jet and Cord, and Brent and Katie. Mine was Michael, Louie, Jet and Cord, and Dan and Jordan. Neither one of us had Steve and Allie, even though they were a top two team for most of the season. And here we are, still correct. As Steve and Allie were the 6th team out of here.
Yes.
Good job, us.
Good job, us. I'm proud of me.
What about me?
Eh.
We're in the same boat.
I know. I just wanted to see what you'd say.
This is what I'd say. And this is why we can't have our show in elementary schools.
Remember when you said I was just slow at everything and I said I'm quick-witted sometimes? Here we go. I've proven my point now. So,
Fair enough.
number 5, who do you got?
Yeah. No, I asked these questions.
Well, how the turntables turned.
Bruce, who's your number 5?
No, I asked you first.
Too bad. Power rankings are my baby.
How the turntables turned.
I can do this all day.
Okay, fine. Well, me quoting The Office and you quoting Captain America back at me. Nice. That was on purpose, but that's how I'm going to take it. It
Fair
probably
enough.
wasn't on purpose. But Dan and Jordan are very clearly number 5.
Okay, good. That's who I had as well. You want to speak to that?
The other teams are all better than them. They may not be as entertaining, but they're better, and these guys have just lately consistently been doing the thing where they finish just well enough to not go home.
Have they been doing that consistently?
I don't know, but it feels like it, so I said it.
I feel like they had a really high finish last week, question mark.
I'll look it up. You talk about your thing.
Okay, well, Dan and Jordan, they were on the struggle bus this week. They've been
Oh,
doing
they
your.
finished second last week.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Okay, well,
Um, but they are
they were
in the.
sixth the week before that, though, out of 7. So
Yeah.
both right.
Well, you were not correct in saying they are consistently doing the thing.
I don't remember what happened before episode 6, so I still could be right.
Well, even if whatever happened before episode 6, can it really be consistently when they literally just got second place?
If they were second to last 3 times in a row and then were second once, yes, you're consistently second to last.
I don't think they were
Once
second to
even.
last. I don't think they were second to last 3 times in a row, though.
I have no idea. I don't know if they were or weren't. So I don't know. That's why I said I could still be right. And I'm not gonna sit here and dig through all my notes.
That's all right. There's a really quicker and easier way to look at that.
This is great content. Kevin just looking stuff up on his phone.
Dude, you've been doing it the whole time. What are you talking about? Kevin looking stuff up.
I point out in others what I ignore in myself. At least today.
You know? All right, leg one. Dan and Jordan finished in eighth. Eighth. What are we on? What leg is this?
8.
Leg 8. Up to this point, 8, 8, 6, 6, fourth, fifth, second, fifth. Yeah.
So they had like 2 good
They
finishes.
were fifth out of 7 2 weeks ago, not sixth.
I must have wrote it down wrong or got the order wrong.
Or wait, no, it was out of 6th, not out of 7th. Wait, no, it was 7. Last week when they got second was the down to 6th. They were 5th out of 7th.
Leg 6, I have Michael and Louie, Carol and Brandy, Steve and Allie, Jet and Cord, Brent and Candy, Dan and Jordan, Jordan and Jeff.
I didn't know there was a Candy on here.
I didn't say Candy.
You said Brett and Candy.
I said Brent and Katie.
You just said Candy.
I said Candy.
Anyway,
I just don't pronounce things well sometimes. I slurred my word a little bit.
no, you definitely really did say Candy. But anyway, Dan and Jordan were before Brent and Katie.
Okay, well that's where I messed that. Either way, that's not a good finish. My point is they're not finishing well, except for like twice.
But right before that, they got fourth out of 8.
Okay, so mediocre finish. Cool. Middle of
And
the pack
then
isn't
6 out of
so
8,
good.
6 out of 9, 8th out of 10, 8 out of 11.
Yeah,
So
they
not
have
not
one
second
good
to
finish
last.
and one mediocre finish, and then a bunch of finishes that are near the back.
I was just saying not second to last like you were saying.
But yeah,
Okay, anyway, who you got in fourth?
Brent and Katie.
I kind of wondered if you were going to do that. We did not align on this
I
one.
like them better than Carol and Brandy, and I like Brent and Katie. I just the three teams I have ahead of them are finishing better than them. So
Yeah.
I
So so I put Carol and Brandy at 4.
I had them at three.
Yeah, I figured. The reason I did what I did was, and I guess we can kind of speak to both of them since we flip-flopped them here. The reason that I put Brent and Katie above Carol and Brandy is even though Carol and Brandy finished ahead of them, the reason that Carol and Brandy finished ahead of them was because of their taxi driver.
Yeah,
Brent and Katie literally competed a better game
yeah,
this week. Brent and Katie have shown me that if we're looking at the difference here between Brent and Katie and Carol and Brandy, and we put them in a physical challenge, Brent and Katie are going to beat Carol and Brandy every time,
yeah,
and we saw that here.
yeah.
And and Brent and Katie can hold their own in the mental side where Carol and Brandy still have an edge. So I just think that Brent and Katie are uh, the better team probably, even though they maybe didn't finish better.
Nice. That makes sense.
Yeah. Who you got in second, Bruce?
No, third.
You already said who you have in third.
Oh, we're skipping that. Okay.
Well, you said I said that I had Carol and Brandy in fourth, and you said I had them in third.
Okay, who do you have in third though?
Britt and Katie, because I just said I guess
Okay.
we'll talk about both of these because we just flip-flopped them.
Okay. This was interesting for me.
Real quick,
I
this
was
just proves that Bruce doesn't listen to what I when I speak.
I half listened, but his Jet and Cord won. They went from last to first.
Hmm.
But the past few legs, Louis and Michael have been consistently ahead of them.
Hmm.
So I love the climb. I'm gonna give Jet and Cord first and Louis and Michael second solely because I love the last to first. But I'd be okay. I've said this before. I'll say it here. I'd be okay with either order of these two. I could make an argument either way.
Yeah. I also had Jet and Cord 1, Michael Louis 2. Um,
The drastic climb makes a difference.
yeah, I mean, like they showed that when when it comes down to it, Jet and Cord, though they might bumble their way through some of the navigating or go out to dinner instead of getting better seats on the plane, the things that get them towards the back and then they don't have option to climb. If we put it down to competing in the challenges, the roadblocks, the detours, all this stuff, Jet and Cord arguably the best competitors here.
Yeah.
and they proved it once again, and they earned their spot back at the top, somewhere where they were familiar being at. It's not like this is a first for them.
Yeah, true.
Hmm. Yeah, so this was a good episode. Do you have any more thoughts about it?
Nope, not really.
All right, so make sure that you're checking out all of our other Reality Realm coverage. Tribal Council Chat is rocking away on season 50, where I sadly drafted the first boot. And
Again, the
again,
first boot again. You forgot that word.
I didn't forget
Oh,
it.
I remembered.
I just didn't want to say it.
Fair enough. I
Um,
don't blame you.
Reality Realm stuff wise, we also have Roundtable Talk. We just wrapped up our season 4 of Traders coverage, talking about Robert Roush winning season 4 of the Traders. If you're listening to this and rewatch podcast and you haven't watched the season 4 finale of the Traders, shame on you. Um, so I'm sorry, not sorry for the spoiler on that. Um, what are they called? Next Generation Challenge
For
pod.
me.
What?
You
What?
spoiled it for me. Oh no.
Oh no. Next Generation Challenge podcast. They'll be back in the coming months as this summer, probably when the cast is officially announced by MTV. Hopefully, this summer we'll also get some more BB Brains back in the realm here. But for the now, make sure that you are checking out our social media stuff over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Please like, subscribe, follow, share, whatever you do on whatever site you do it on. Make sure to buy all of our stuff on the Redbubble merch store. Links in the bios of our social medias. Thank you for checking us out. And I say all of that to say the world is waiting for you. Good luck.
Travel safe.
Go.